Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy John, aka Spears here, and in today's YouTube video, Call of Duty has dropped an absolute crazy amount of information on Twitter. I'm going to go ahead and link the article down below. Before we get into all the information, I'm going to be breaking it all down right here so that way you guys are up to date and you guys know exactly what's going on with Cold War, Warzone, and Modern Warfare, because trust me, nobody saw this coming. I personally didn't. If you guys haven't already dropped a like on this video, I'd very much appreciate that. Subscribe if you guys are new around here. I'm going to be covering Cold War in its entirety, whether it be loadouts, class setups, information like this, tip videos. There's going to be a whole lot of information coming out and a whole lot of tips that I'm going to be bringing to the channel. So if you guys have not already subscribed, make sure you guys do that. Without further ado, guys, let's get into this article. We're going to dive right into this article here, which is going to lay everything out. I'm just going to go over the highlights for you guys so you guys aren't missing anything. As you guys can see here, I'll link this down below as well if you guys want to check it out. So starting November 13th with the launch of Black Ops Cold War and continuing on December 10th with the release of Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War Season 1 and beyond, Warzone players will begin to see a new Black Ops Cold War content coming to all modes of the Call of Duty Battle Royale experience. Basically, what they're saying is December 10th, when the Season 1 starts for, Black Ops Cold War, when that official Season 1 begins, that is when we're going to start seeing the integration into Warzone. And that is very interesting as to how they're going to go ahead and do that. I would also like to point out that they say that the Cold War heats up across Verdansk, and then in parentheses, they say and beyond. So my guess is that on December 10th, we're still probably going to be playing on Verdansk. Unfortunately, I was hoping for a new map to drop, relatively soon, if not with Cold War. But what they're hinting towards here is that they're going to be adding a new map. As we already know, there's been some leaks that it's going to be coming in March. There's some people that say it's going to be coming in, January. But we at least know that there is going to be a new map for Warzone coming, because they say and beyond. So they're hinting towards a new map coming in the months and the seasons ahead. So we know there's going to be multiple seasons for Cold War, which we kind of already knew, and for Warzone. So this is when it gets really important. This is the important part. As you guys can see here, it says Warzone integration. This is pretty much what we're all worried about. All the people that watch me and watch my channel, this is what I was worried about. I'm going to go ahead and go over this and also give kind of my thoughts and my feelings along the way, but I want to make sure that everybody's up to date on the same exact stuff. We all have the same information. So with Warzone integration, initial briefing, Warzone will be support both Call of Duty Modern Warfare and the upcoming Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, which launches November 13th. How does all the content work together and what lies ahead for Call of Duty Warzone? The following information showcases many ways we are able to share content, level up, utilize weaponry and equipment, and interact across all three titles: Warzone, Black Ops Cold War, and Modern Warfare. Now that's interesting because I never thought of Warzone as its own title, but as you guys can see here, how they kind of laid it out is they consider Warzone to be its own complete different game that just is accessed via the Modern Warfare launcher or the Black Ops Cold War launcher. Again, I kind of always seen Warzone as a part of Modern Warfare, which we're now seeing, and it's now coming to light that Warzone is its own entity. So in the next coming minutes, I'm going to go over player progression, weapon progression, operator selection, battle pass integration, and store access. So as you guys can see here from this graphic, play, progress, prestige. That is right. This is the biggest thing that I think has come out of all of this, is they are officially announcing prestiges to being added to Warzone, Modern Warfare, and Black Ops Cold War. As you guys can see from the image on the screen, it's basically going to be all synced up. It's all going to be together, which I am very, very excited for. As you guys know, up until this point, we've had seasons and you go from level 55 to level 155. And then at the end of the season, everybody gets reset to level 55. But now, starting December 10th, what they're going to do is they're going to completely scratch that, and you're going to be able to start prestiging. You're going to be able to prestige in Modern Warfare. You're going to be able to prestige in Black Ops Cold War, and you're going to be able to prestige in Warzone. And all three of these levels, from my understanding, from the way that this image works and everything like that, it's all going to be one level. It's going to be the same level across all three games. They're all going to be connected, which is very, very interesting because obviously there's going to be some resets, some stat resets, and we're going to get into that in a minute. But basically, prestiges are coming, which I think is a great thing. I'm looking forward to grinding this game. So as you can see here with the additional intel, they're saying that, Cold War is set to launch with updated player progression. And basically, you're going to have the military rank. So we know inside of Cold War, it's going to go from levels 1 to 55, similar to Call of Duty 4, similar to the military ranks. And then outside of that, we're going to be seeing it all synced up, as you can see on Season 1, December 10th. Progress in the usual manner by playing multiplayer modes, completing challenges in either Black Ops Cold War or Modern Warfare, and in Warzone matches. So again, it's just reiterating, anywhere that you guys are gaining XP, that's going to help you guys level up your military rank, which is interesting. In addition, Black Ops Cold War Zombies shares this progression too, so you'll be able to level up no matter how you play. So there you go. So you have 4 ways you can level up: Zombies, MW, Cold War, Warzone. Boom. 4 ways. Player progression reset. This is very, very big, especially when we're talking about stats. I don't believe that it says anything like stats. It says, don't worry, only your XP will reset, essentially your rank. Everything you've unlocked previously remains. Available weapons, perks, kill streaks, and Modern Warfare. So with that being said, I don't know how it's going to work with stats. I think your Warzone stats are going to stay your Warzone stats. So your KD, your wins, your losses, your matches played, all that is there to stay. Unfortunately, I was kind of hoping to see a stat reset, but that is just me. It does say up here to synchronize player progression, reset everybody's level to level 1. Obviously, like they said, everything that you guys have in MW unlocked is going to stay unlocked. Whether you guys have the mastery camo or you guys have obsidian, all your guns, all your variants, all your characters, anything that you guys have unlocked on Modern Warfare is going to stay unlocked. You're just going to be reset essentially to level 1, but you're going to be leveling up on Cold War, Modern Warfare, and Warzone all together. And obviously you guys could throw zombies in there as well. Player progression continues the seasonal prestige leveling. So your seasonal officer progression is now known as season levels, which incorporates a seasonal prestige leveling system that are fully synchronized between all 3 games. As you begin season leveling, expect an updated interface to this leveling system. Kind of seen that coming. Aside from that, the preferred way to prestige is by playing Black Ops Cold War, thanks to the challenges focused on Black Ops Cold War gameplay, XP events, and other advantages planned throughout the season. So basically, I'm assuming there's going to be some sort of way that you're going to need to prestige. My guess, this sounds like that it's not just going to be a level. You're going to have to kind of similar to the officer ranks. This is just, this is not confirmed. This is just kind of me speculating. But once you reach max level, you might have to complete a certain amount of challenges, which would incorporate, the Cold War gameplay, like they said, because they're going to be having challenges that are focused on Black Ops Cold War gameplay. So my guess is you're going to reach, level 55. And then let's say you have to get, 15 kills with the XM4 on a certain map. Again, complete speculation. I have no inside information. There was a game that did this before. I believe it was Titanfall, where if you wanted to go ahead and prestige after you reach max level, you actually had to complete specific challenges to that game. Obviously, there's no crossplay, but that would be my guess based off of what I just read. So this is where it gets really interesting, for me at least. Black Ops Firepower lights up Verdansk. This December, Warzone players can access Black Ops Cold War weapons and the largest weapon arsenal in Call of Duty history. So as you guys can see, they have Modern Warfare over here, they have Cold War over here, and then in the middle, they have Warzone. So you guys can build a loadout from Cold War and then go ahead and use it in Warzone. At the same time, your buddy could be using a loadout from Modern Warfare, which is interesting. They go ahead and explain a little bit in here as well that in the Warzone weapon menu, look for visible Black Ops and Modern Warfare logos on every weapons menu title, so you can immediately tell where your weapons originated. When you earn or unlock new weapons, and Black Ops Cold War immediately appears in Warzone. So as you guys can see, here's the gunsmith table. They're hinting towards, this is the Cold War AK, this is the Modern Warfare AK. Apparently, you're going to be able to double up. So we're talking double MP5s, double AKs, whatever guns, double up. You guys are going to be able to mix and match your classes. I don't know if you guys can see down here. The perks appear to be staying the same. We have double time, we have ghost, and we have amp. These are the 3, most favored, I would say, perks, and keeping the MW theme going here. But as you guys can see, this is clearly a Cold War AK, and it says today was a good day to bring 2 AKs into Verdansk. Again, reiterating that there's not a new map coming. It's still going to be Verdansk. Interesting that they decide to hold off on that. So Warzone shares weapon progression with both Black Ops Cold War and MW. Choose an available weapon from Black Ops Cold War and Modern Warfare. Use it in Warzone. All XP and leveling counts both in Warzone and the game in which the weapon originated. So basically, you can level up your AK inside of Warzone. Whether, so if you have a Cold War AK and say it's level 1, you got to kill with it. It's going to go up to level 2, and that's going to count in Cold War, and it's also going to count in Warzone. So that's kind of what that means. Work to unlock weapon and attachments for any weapon you like in either game by playing that game or Warzone, kind of what I just said. So with that being said, it's going to be kind of very, very important that you guys are grinding Cold War when it comes out. I would assume that the Cold War weapons are going to be a little bit stronger off of the start, especially where they're trying to get people to buy the new game. My assumption is that the Cold War meta is going to kind of take over Verdansk on December 10th. So I do recommend, a lot of people I know are probably on the fence about getting Cold War. They don't like it, so on and so forth. For the sake of leveling up your weapons and having that kind of stuff available to you when the game drops, I really do recommend it. Again, we don't know. Are you going to lose all your attachments when you guys prestige? We don't know how all this is going to work. It's going to be very interesting. I personally will be grinding Cold War when it drops, so that way I am prepared on the 10th. I want to try to have, you know, the mastery camo done. I want to have everything unlocked in the game, just so when Warzone does come out for this game, I will be ready. I'll have all the attachments. I'll have everything ready to go. Another thing is that they're adding operators at the launch. Take any operator you've earned from Modern Warfare, Black Ops, Cold War into Verdansk, including any earnable or unlockable skins. Basically, your skins are going to carry over both games. You're going to be able to choose either operator. So they're talking about the Battle Pass. So the Battle Pass is now going to be tailored to Modern Warfare. As you guys can see, they're already teasing Tier 31. You're going to go ahead and be able to unlock a new gun. So we're already seeing Season 1. They're already adding guns, which I'm very excited about because I think that's what keeps Battle Royales, you know, fun and exciting. I would, however, like to see them start vaulting weapons. I know that's, you know, kind of controversial, but like R9 shotguns, I would like to see vaulted, kind of keeping the meta fresh. I'd like to see some snipers vaulted, SMGs, ARs, kind of just shift the meta around. A lot of other games have done, you know, the vaulting mechanic, if you will, where they just take it and they make it unusable, not unusable as in nerfing it. You can't physically equip it to a class. And then obviously like later on, they, you know, they vault something else and then bring that back. I think that keeps, you know, the game a little bit more fun. I'd like to see something like that come, but needless to say, that's kind of a side tangent. But what we are seeing in Season 1 is that they are going to be adding a new gun, which I'm very excited for. Here, they're basically just saying you don't have to own Cold War. You don't have to own Modern Warfare in order to have access to the Cold War and Modern Warfare stores. So if you are the kind of person that is like, I'm not buying Cold War, you don't have to worry about not being able to spend money on microtransactions for Cold War. I'm assuming if you're not going to buy Cold War, you're probably not going to spend money on, you know, microtransactions in general. But if you want that option, it is going to be there. You're going to be able to access the Cold War store. You're going to be able to access the Modern Warfare store. You know, it's very interesting. Aside from that, cross-play and cross-generation is enabled. Now, this is huge because I don't think this has ever been done in gaming ever. So if you're on an Xbox, if you're on the new Xbox or the PS5, you're able to play with the old Xbox, the old PS4, and still with PC. As you guys can see from this image, everybody is able to play, but this is kind of a big deal because we've never had cross-generational play ever. That's never happened. I think this is going to be the first time with these new gen consoles coming out. So that's pretty exciting, a kind of thing in gaming. And aside from that, that's pretty much all of the information that they leaked today. The big highlights, again, quick overview. We're going to go ahead and have prestiges are coming. We're going to be able to mix and match different weapons on different loadouts and use them all on Verdansk. We are probably getting a new map eventually. Again, there's no timeline on this, but again, before they said and beyond right here. So I'd assume new map eventually. Again, not 100% sure, but eventually. But basically, all of this is going to be integrated. You're going to have cross-player progression. Weapon progression is going to be all synced up. You're going to have your operators. You can use any operator. Your battle pass is going to be integrated with Cold War and Warzone, and you're going to have store access. So basically, the whole Call of Duty universe is coming together. And another big highlight is that Warzone is its own title. I didn't realize that was a thing. I don't know if other people did. I kind of always thought Warzone was a part of Modern Warfare, but I guess it's now standalone. It may have always been like that. Again, I just didn't notice. But yeah, those are the highlights. I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to drop a like on the video. I hope this helped some of you guys out. If you guys have any more questions, please leave them in the comment section down below. I'll cover them in a future video, or I'll go ahead and, you know, just reply down in the comments. So just let me know if you guys have any questions. But anyway, guys, if you haven't already dropped a like, please do so. Subscribe if you guys are brand new around here. And without further ado, guys, I'll catch y'all later. Peace.